Jens, the season is just about to start, the league season. How do you feel the form of your team is heading into it?
Better and better, and that's what we hope for when we started here, that we would improve every day and every week, and I think we've done that. There's still work to be done, but as I've said before, in 2 years' time from now, we'll still look to improve and get better, and we'll always have work to do going forward. But I think the recent performances have been quite solid, although we know that there are some areas that we have not practiced that much, and we will be tested on in these areas against Rangers on Saturday. So we'll have to be sharp. We've done a little bit of work this week. Now we've had a week it's first week for a while where we could work a little bit more thoroughly on the training pitch, and we needed that, so that's been good.
Are you happy with where your squad is in terms of the numbers, in terms of the players you have in your squad?
No, we need to add some more width and some more quality and some more competition in the squad. I think we've been quite open about that since I started, that we are not done. I mentioned last time I got asked that question, that we need to bring in new faces. We're still working on that. The window is still wide open for a while. And we know that we have time, even though we want to do it as fast as possible. We want to get the best players in we can get. So everything is rolling in the background in terms of that, and we're happy with the players we've had in. I think they've performed really well and adapted and been integrated really well, and that's big credit to them, but also to the staff and to the players who are already here. That's been very positive. The group is quite harmonic now, I would say, and is good enough and big enough to take on the first opponent here in the league.
Yeah, you feel confident going into this game. Of course, a huge fixture on Saturday.
Yeah, of course. I think we've shown to ourselves and whoever's been here to watch us and follow us and support us that I think we're in a better place than when we started. I think we are adding quality in what we do every week and for every game. And we know it's going to be a very big test on Saturday against the top side that's just performed very well against a really, really good opponent over 2 legs. And we know we're not the favourites, but it doesn't mean that we can't make a result and make a good performance, and that's what we're looking to do.
What are your expectations this season?
My expectations are that we do better than last season, that we improve on the areas we want to improve on, because that's the key to making better results at the end, and we aim to go as high as possible in the league. I think as everyone else, we want to reach out for things. We want to be brave while we're doing that, and not protective and defensive, and that's the key words for us. And then we'll see how far it takes us. But we want to get back into the best part of the Scottish football, and obviously there's a line drawn after 33 rounds, and we hope to get on the fun part of that line. So that's the, if you want a result goal, that's it. But the most important goal is for us is how we perform every week, because that's where the basis is in terms of getting the long-term goals.
What was your view of Scottish football before you took the job, and has it altered any since being in the job?
It's difficult to say. I have like a sense of what Scottish football historically has been, but I also know that it's under development and has been over the recent years, like everywhere else in the world. And I haven't experienced that much Scottish football for now, besides us and a few other teams, but not that many teams that we're going to compete against in the league. So I'll have to get back to you on that question. But for now, I'm just really excited to get started and to get more knowledge about Scottish football, and especially ourselves.
Sure. You said the other day that the club had received a number of bids, or some bids, for Lennon Miller. Have those bids been accepted by the club?
That is a question maybe not for me, but for the board, who are working with this matter at the moment. But a lot of things is going on and has been for a while, and it's getting the interest is increasing every day and every week. for Lennon and for that situation, for that situation around him, and we'll see when we can say more. But there's real concrete interest, and there has been some bids, and obviously it intensifies the situation around him. But still, Lennon is doing his best to get back fit. He has been partially in training today, and hopefully he will be in full or almost full training tomorrow, and then we'll take a decision on whether it's time for him to be part of the team again on Saturday, or whether it's a little bit too late, while all the other things are working in the background.
How is he dealing with it? I mean, he's had to deal with the speculation for a long time, but
Yeah.
he's just only 18 years old.
Yeah, I've said it before, really well. He's a young man, but a mature young man, and I've had some talks with him how to, I understand that a lot of things go through your head when there's all this speculation and also concrete things going on. But I think he's himself when he's here, happy and works hard and I just want to play football, and that's the signals he sends, and be part of the group, and that's really enjoyable to see. So it's not affecting him, and it's not affecting us.
Right, sure. You mentioned concrete interest without actually naming the clubs. Can you tell us how many clubs have made a bid?
No, I can't tell you that. That's classified information. We will, as I said before, whenever it's these things are drawing into conclusion, we'll be able to say more. But I've said it before, and I will say it again. There is extensive interest in Lennon Miller from a lot of places, and more is becoming more and more concrete and specific.
The decision on whether Lennon plays this weekend, is that on you? Is it on Lennon, or is it on the medical staff?
No, it's a decision we take when we have all the information. Obviously, Leonard has to give us some feedback on how he feels. Then the medical staff will advise whether it's a good decision, and then at the end of the day, I will take the decision.
You talk about being brave. You're the team, the way you play. I think Russell Martin's probably saying the same thing to his players. It's kind of similar kind of set up, going from the back. Do you kind of have similar opinions on the game with Russell when you were playing with him, or have you spoken to him over the years as a coach as well? Is that something you've spoken about?
Nah, it's not like it's an opinion we've grown together over the last 10-15 years as growing into our coaching role. But I think a lot of the younger generation, I still consider me a part of that, are looking into different ways to develop the game than the older generation traditionally have. And I think that's why not only Russell and I, but a lot of younger coaches share some similar vision and ideas, and we also get inspiration from each other and from what we see and what we try to develop. So I think you would find many younger coaches but also coaches who are older than me, who try to play with bravery on the ball as one of the headlines.
You've been pleased with the way the players have embraced that kind of concept?
Yeah, I think it would be wrong for me to say that I wasn't pleased. I think they've done excellent in terms of trying to adapt and trying to grow into that, and I'm pretty sure that we over time will reap the benefits of what we're trying to do, both in terms of results, in terms of attractiveness for the fans, and in terms of personal growth and development as a team and as a club, and creating more value within the squad for like future revenue, and to make that whole circle get bigger and bigger and stronger, so we can create more value within the club, and we can get that back and invest even more.
Does that make it easier or more difficult coming up against a coach that you're so familiar with and you know is quite similar to yourself?
I wouldn't say it's an easy job to go up against Glasgow Rangers no matter what. I know Russell obviously more than I know some of the other coaches, but I haven't really played against him before. So there's probably a lot that he will try and do in his players that we don't know. We've followed them through the pre-season here quite a lot, and he's been quite open, like in his communication on what he tries to do. And when you follow his teams and his games, their games, it's very clear what they try to do, but that doesn't necessarily makes it easy to play against. That's the question. Sometimes the most clear team to read are the most difficult teams to play, because they also have a lot of dynamic and variation, rotations in the team, and that's where the difficulty is.
I suppose during training this week with the first league game coming up, there's that little bit more excitement. Can you feel that the players are giving the extra 10% with you, having not decided what your strongest starting 11 might be just yet?
No, I would say that they've been giving extra 10% since the day I started, and that's what I expect from them. It's not like now we're getting into the final phase where they have to show even more. They have to show every day, and from the day they enter the club, or from the day I arrived here, the day they come back from training, that they want to be part of the team and want to contribute to the team and to the club, and that's what I've seen and have seen every day. So I don't think that they have been like more on their toes this week than they have been throughout the pre-season, and I wouldn't expect that. I've been really happy with the way they've conducted and the way they've pushed each other and themselves. And obviously there are some more maybe a little bit more disappointment in not starting the last test game that there has been in the beginning, where they know, okay, I'm going to play the second 45, or there's a lot of rotation right now. But that's exactly how it's supposed to be. So I think they've given me everything from day one. I expect them to do that going forward.
Jens, I know you know what you expect from Rangers. What do you expect from Motherwell and from the home crowd in your first home weekend?
I expect us to try and do what we want to do, and not let the level of Rangers and the level of difficulty playing against the top side stress us and take away our courage to do what we want to do and to do what we know we are best at, instead of trying to just do it very basically and with fear and stepping away from our principles. That's what I expect. And I also expect us to do it in a very good way through many phases of the game. And then on top of that, I expect it also to be very, very difficult to do what we want to do on and off the ball at times, and that's where we have to be really, really good. When we feel now the game is getting tough and it's getting difficult, we're making a little bit more mistakes. Rangers are really showing their abilities. That's where we have to help each other, and I hope and I expect that everyone around us and behind us will help us through these periods and cheer for us also when we need it the most.
How's the squad looking?
Good, very good. I think they've been really good as a group, and they're growing individually. I think it's getting more and more natural for them to do what we want to do, and it's looking good at the moment. And then we know that we have to improve, and hopefully over a full season we will see us peak even more than we are able to do right now. We also know that we will add more players with quality to the team, which will lift us even more. Plus we have a few injuries still in the squad that we want to get back into full fitness, and that will make us even better.
Is this one of the games that you would have wanted to have as your first league match in charge, home crowd, 5:30 kick-off, one of the top teams in the country? You can really make your mark.
Yeah, it's not about me making my mark. It's about Motherwell FC, and it's about the players, and it's about the fans, and it's about us getting a good start as a football club. A good start is first of all a very good performance where we see there's potential in what we're doing, and if we can top that up with a great result, even a win, that will make us even happier, and that's what we try to do. And then we'll look at where we need to improve. We'll probably get some lines under, some headlines after the game where we say, okay, playing against the top side, this is where we need to improve and be better in terms of being more competitive against them. But I think it's always cool to start against the top side and really get on your toes from the beginning and get that big test that you are always looking for when you play at the highest level. You wanna compete against the best teams possible, and that's what we get the chance to do. So we're really excited about that.